Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Corey Hicks.
Thank you. It is indeed an honor to stand before you to give the student address, and I would just like to pay honor and respect to the distinguished faculty and staff. Thank you so much, and everyone else in their respective places. And congratulate the graduating class of 2019, so give yourselves a hand. My fellow classmates, I stand before you having both empathy and sympathy for the path we all have walked in pursuit to the accomplishment we gather so proudly here to celebrate. Every individual's journey began with a vision. A vision at a time seemed as though it was impossible, but through perseverance, prayer, the impossible quickly became obtainable. Some of life's most significant achievements were presented in a manner that came across as impossible. Theodore Seuss Giselle. Publishers thought his books were not sellable, so they rejected him. In fact, 27 of them did. And now his books are read by children all over the world. He wrote under the pen name Dr. Seuss. Walt Disney. Walt Disney was fired by his newspaper editor, believing that he lacked imagination and had no good ideas. He went bankrupt and failed a number of businesses. He is now the owner of the billion-dollar company, profiting from the most famous merchandise, movies, and theme parks known as Disney World. My fellow classmates, as long as we are mortal beings who strive for excellence, as long as we embrace the desire to be the exception and not the norm, as long as we embrace the core spiritual beliefs that hold us to a higher standard than the norm, we will all go through a three-step process that's necessary for growth and development. Within this three-step process, you're justified, you're certified, and you're elevated. Now, the justification process is when you're going through a storm. And the storm that we go through is solely dependent upon the intended lesson there is to be learned. This storm at times will make you want to give up, as many of throughout this course of our studies may have contemplated doing so. But there's a saying, if you don't quit, you will eventually win. My fellow classmates, we are winning today. The next phase of this process is the certification period. And within this phase, the weather finally begins to clear up. Many of your challenges, your obstacles, your deterrents that served as workers of iniquity has dissipated. The sun is starting to shine, and your faith and belief in the impossible has strengthened because of your diligence to stay the course. This moment represents blissful joy by way of accomplishment. The final phase is the elevation process, and it represents the accomplishment and the promotion as a result of the grit you have displayed along this grueling journey. This phase says that you are tried, true, and proven, and have weathered the storm and deemed promotable. Look at the person next to you and whisper with excitement, "We are in the elevation phase." Now, promotion comes in many ways. It may come through mental, through physical, or spiritual growth. But once we've received it, we will never forget the lessons learned along the journey. So in closing, I remind you, you are here because of your ability to dream the impossible and do the things that many are unwilling to do. You are here because you have decided to be the exception and not the norm. You are here because you have unequivocally decided to never give up. You are here because you have decided to keep winning. So remember, in all that you do, with God on your side, nothing is impossible. Thank you and congratulations once again.